Look at this.
Absolutely insane.
After shooting 7 of 19 from downtown in Game 1, Splash had Ty Debo on the ropes. Could he seal the deal in Game 2?
Not if Ty Debo had anything to say about it, as he opened Game 2, forcing multiple turnovers
And he gets the steal right away.
and built a 6-point lead.
Nice shot.
And in the second quarter, Ty Debo.
Coming up next, the Nets taking on the Lakers. For Brooklyn, they've shown no fear so far this season. Now on the road against one of the toughest tests yet. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA. The NBA is celebrating. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting 5. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. And now that we have some time away from it, Steve, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble?
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history.
And here's Harden. He had 22 points in the win against Boston.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. About a minute played so far here in the first. Another shot. Jordan finds Harden. Durant wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And they did just what they set out to do in that game. I mean, they were definitely the ones dictating pace, style, and tempo.
Absolutely dominant performance from them. They are only going to get stronger as this season progresses.
That one goes in.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they've been ordinary.
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Gasol. Now the pass to Caldwell Pope. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with another miss. Brooklyn trailing, and here's the fast break. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Takes the 13-footer. Los Angeles with another miss.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Harrell finds James. Back to Harrell. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
From the top of the key. And too long on the shot.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. Brown feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Luau. The shot missing. Great D that time from LeBron. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
First one falls for him. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
The Lakers in the lead. Fast break. The Lakers. Here's James. And such a nice move to make the basket work. James has got 7.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Now the Lakers on the break. Oh, Kuzma's in position.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Lakers lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Luau is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point. James left side. And the dunk by James.
The indestructible one. LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
Harden the pass to Brown. Down low. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Lakers leading by 3. Arrow high post. Working on Green. Stolen by Harden. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
Blake is like having another guard on the floor. Getting down and sprinting and beating everybody down the court.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Harden outside. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Some changes for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for James. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Kevin Durant in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When Durant gets inside, 9 times out of 10, he's going to score or get fouled.
The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
We've seen them put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
A wide open look for Gasol. Drills it from outside. Gasol's got himself on the board with 3 there. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And so they foul intentionally. And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Out to the right wing. A floater with the putback. And Gasol able to finish. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Irving. And that one is good. Irving's got 7.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Right side Gasol. Schroeder outside. 1:21 left in the first half. Chalk up 2 there.
When you combine his quickness and his ball handling, Dennis is very elusive.
Nets trail by 4. Outside Irving. Shoots over Schroeder. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Lakers the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
And a deep 3 from Irving. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter. Lakers leading by 3. Caldwell Pope kicks to Kuzma. Back to Caldwell Pope. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Back to Gasol. Schroeder outside. Over Irving. And Durant sends it back.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Nets trail by 6. Irving attacking. And James pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Schroeder. Nice move. And off the glass. That one's good. Schroeder's got the first bucket of the third here for the Lakers.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. Here's KD. That shot is off. James with some nice D.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
It's stolen by Harris. And then Durant with the dunk.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. Shoots the 3. That one no good. Nets trail by 4. Kicks it out to Harden. Over LeBron. Offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
Here's LeBron. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
How about the hands on display there around the basket? I mean, he does not let those opportunities slip away, and that allows the lead to grow.
Harden the pass to KD. It's good.
The amazing part about Durant's shot, he has a pretty compact release for a guy with such great length.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Pass to Morris. Off target with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Harden, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
James looking around. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 13 points.
What's so impressive, the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads.
Irving with a clean look. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Gasol dishes to Morris. Pass to Schroeder. Over Harris. The putback. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Brownie's checked in for James Harden. KD passes to Jordan. Nets passing it around. Irving kicks to Durant. An easy 2 points on the layup. Durant's got 8 here in the quarter.
The mobility of Kevin Durant, showcase right there. So smooth getting to the rim.
LeBron with it. 13 points in the game. Here's Caruso. Horton Tucker, the pass to Caruso. 5 to shoot. Durant with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Arguably the most athletic center in the game, DeAndre Jordan is always a threat on the fast break.
And here's James outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Oh, great ball movement there.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. Covered by Irving. Horton Tucker, that's good. The Nets on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Now here's Durant. He's got 12. Three-pointer. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
4 seconds left, and James throws it down.
Powerful high flyer. LeBron attacks the rim like no one else.
Got it up. Misses. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Irving. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Shamet in at the 2 guard. Green kicks to Griffin. Irving against James. And it's Irving missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And it's in there.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Kuzma outside. And the pass to Horton Tucker. He feeds it to Harrell. Horton Tucker. The shot, no good. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 1. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harden's checked in. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Uncovered. A rebound by the Lakers. James in the post. Griffin on him. Back to James. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. The putback, and Kuzma stays with it. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Rebounding often comes down to who wants it more, and Kuzma understands the value of second chance points.
And that one, good.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Harden with the drive, and the shot is good. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Delivering a much-needed bucket. Harrell always working hard for the team.
To the paint. Here's Green. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Schroeder leading the charge. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Marcus All's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for James. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Irving.
Calm in the heat of the storm. Kyrie with a big bucket.
Shooter kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Inside. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
Caldwell-Pope passes to Gasol. Back to Caldwell-Pope. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that ties the game up.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Harden against Schroeder. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 1.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
Schroeder kicks to Gasol. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. It counts.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Passes it to Schroeder. To the paint. James. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Your go-to guy in these situations, LeBron has been here before plenty of times. I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
When you need a big bucket, keep it in his hands. LeBron lives for this one.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, the one chink in LeBron's armor, decent but somewhat inconsistent from the free throw line.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Now Harden from past the arc. Goes back up. Kicks it to Durant. From deep three-point range. Can't get the 3 to fall. Back to Harris. Pass to KD. The 3 from Harden. He's off from 3. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
Here we go. And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harden with the stop.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. There's the 3. Lopez with the ball. He's against Jordan. Back to Middleton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Durant on the wing. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
Here is Harden following the basket by Giannis. Harden the pass to Jordan. Harris dishes to Jordan. Just 4 to shoot. From deep, Harden. And then Durant with the jam.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
And Giannis throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's KD following the bucket by the Bucks, and he makes that one.
Well, his game offensively is fully developed. Durant has no holes in his offensive game, comfortable from any place on the floor.
Now here is Holiday. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Irving finds Jordan. Here's Harris, defended by Middleton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant attacking, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
You know, the defense just can't stop Durant's drive. I mean, he's got that alchemy of agility and power. He's hard to shut down.
It's stolen by Harris. Durant, the pass to Harden. Back to Durant, shoots, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 8 points for KD.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4 of 5. And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding. Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Middleton against Harris. They grab their own miss in the corner. Middleton with it, trying to get open as Lopez. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
They get it back.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. A miss that time would have put him up. Here's Irving. He's off from 17 feet.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Tie game in Milwaukee. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the... And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Fires the three. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets with the lead. Here's Irving. Augustine grabs the board.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here's Portis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Connaughton missing. For Brooklyn, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
You know, why settle for the layup when you're this close? Durant might as well just turn it over and punch it home.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Johnson kicks to Durant. Rebounded by the Bucks. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Forbes. Drills the three-pointer. Forbes has got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee.
Nice to see him playing at a high rate of speed there, getting up and down the floor quickly. Early offense for Forbes.
Harris passes to Jordan. Out to Harris. Here's Irving. Misses off the left iron. Bucks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Forbes has it in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Kevin Durant with the rebound. KD's got 6 rebounds in the game. Launches it. Up again. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's good. 2 points. Forbes has got 5.
Boy, dictating the action. That's what Forbes does here on the drive. And that's what I tell him to keep doing.
1:53 left now here in the second. Got a piece of it. Fast break. Here we go. And here's Augustine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York. Lets the 3 fly. Forbes can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, he's got outstanding balance. Kyrie Irving is so good at converting through contact. For a little guy, he's one of the best I've seen.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Johnson. Now here's Antetokounmpo. What a tremendous game he played against New York.
And that's exactly why Antetokounmpo is so loved. I mean, his ability to make the right call, the right decision in pick and roll sets, that's why he's involved in those sets as much as he is.
Here's Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Irving for 3, and again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. Griffin with the steal. Here's Irving. Gets it to fall, but still just 2 for 10 from the floor this game.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
For 3, Middleton. The shot misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge.
Irving has the touch needed to do damage from just about anywhere, including from there.
Here's DiVincenzo. Up in time. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center position.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 4. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Middleton for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Middleton's got 5 points so far. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the basket by DeAndre Jordan.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 1. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Durant down low. Antetokounmpo defending.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. 8 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Antetokounmpo. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. Shamet with the steal. Augustine against Harden. Over Augustine. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Brown. And it's a 7-point Nets lead.
And, you know, if you give Harden daylight to shoot from the mid-range, he'll take it. Can't give him any room, mid-range or 3, but mostly mid-range.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
1:24 left to play here in the third. Green with the block. Shamet the pass to Griffin. The shot's good. Griffin's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Shamet. 11 feet away, and he overshot that one, missing.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And that one's good, Griffin.
And that's just too easy. when Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Nets leading by 9. Down low. And the jam by Harden.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Connaughton following the bucket by the Nets. And the basket is good. 17 seconds left in the third. Basket counts.
And this is why you got to be in Harden's jersey. I mean, if you lay off of him for a second, he burns you with that quick shot.
Here is Forbes. Misses in close.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets out in front, ending the third. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline.
Get through it. Talk to each other. Check.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Brown out there with Irving. Then it's Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward spot.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Middleton left side. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Griffin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Luwawu, the pass to Irving, taken away by Holiday. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton finds DiVincenzo. Lets it go from the wing. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Bucks trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the middle. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Irving drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Giannis dishes to Middleton. Outside Holiday. 5 to shoot. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Irving against Holiday. And it's Irving missing.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Lopez. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Lopez has got his first bucket in this one. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Irving finds Griffin. And what a play, just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant comes in for Green, and Harris subbed in for Brown. Outside, KD. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Nets lead by 11. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
And
going
Seattle.
to Vancouver.
Oh,
what a finish!
My goodness. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Holiday finds Giannis. Lopez with the ball. Guarded by Jordan. Lopez passes to Middleton. They get the rebound. Middleton on the wing for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, there's a good reason this guy shoots as many threes as he does. Chris Middleton is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Now Harden. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Durant on the wing. Harden. Back to KD. Over Giannis. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 14 points for KD.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for KD.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Middleton can't get it to go. It's the Nets now. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Nobody near Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Woo! I was on the edge of my seat after that finals. We are here with Ty Debo, aka Two-Way Rocco. Ty, how are you feeling after that big victory?
Exhausted, mentally, emotionally. It's been a long day, and I'm glad it's over.
I was feeling the nerves, and I wasn't even playing, so I can't imagine how you feel right now. Now, of course, you beat Splash, who is one of the best players on the planet. You guys know each other's games. What was it after game one?
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Clippers, Batum's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
The putback clanks the putback jam. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. 4-point game. Here's Harden. He is hauled in by Beverley.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
A shot by Batum, no good. The Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Rebound by the Clippers.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Harden on the wing. Harris outside. Durant down low. Defended by Batum.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now? Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, terrific penetration from the big man. Ibaka putting his athleticism to good use.
Durant in the corner. And the rejection by Ibaka. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard. Landry Shamit's checked in for the Nets. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Griffin. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers leading by 8. And the wide open shot from Morris. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The putback and the second chance effort by Jackson.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Williams, that's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Brown feeling out a bit. .46 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the shot goes down.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
44 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing here by 8. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback stuff.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Griffin, and it's Green, and it's Luwawu in at the small forward.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Here's Harden on the wing.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Jackson against Harden. The drive by Jackson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Griffin. Harden scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Paul George.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Harden against Kennard. Harden the pass to Griffin. Good on the bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life. Outside,
George. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Irving subbed in. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. On the wing, Irving. Let's keep it alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Wow, how about the reach of DeAndre Jordan? That looked darn near impossible.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Ibaka against Harden. Count the basket.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
Pass to Beverley. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot's good on the assist by George.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Harden. Excellent D there from George.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Nets trail by 13, and there's the pass to Durant. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Basket, good. Leonard's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
KD on the wing. Jordan trying to free himself up, and Durant gets it to go.
So unpredictable, so versatile. When KD's working that pick and roll, the defense has a hard time dealing with it.
Here's George. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
KD against Batum. 2 points, that one goes. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and that'll do it for our halftime.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
It's Jordan on the wing. Back to Harden. Batum grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach. Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Clippers leading by 15. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Durant down low. Harris dishes to KD. Back to Harris, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. The Nets also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. And a wide open look for Irving. And the shot is long.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jeff Green on the wing. Irving with it. Guarded now by Morris. Left side Durant. Irving for 3. He's off on that one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Nets trail by 21. Here's Brown. It doesn't go for him. Empty that time from Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Williams. Back to George. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Looking now at some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
And they pick up 2.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's Durant on the wing. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Leonard the pass to Williams. And here's George for 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
George against Irving. That one good for 2.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Williams in the post. He's covered by Irving, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
From the baseline. And it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
How quickly Kyrie squares up so quickly after a dribble, even on pull-ups. That is difficult to guard.
A 3 from Morris. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes. And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Beverly against Harden, and that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 21. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Harden against Ibaka.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Williams. Some solid defense from Brown. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Williams inside, guarded by Harden. Good on the shot.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Beverly against Harden. It's good.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Here's Beverly. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Brown kicks to Harden. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Los Angeles leading by 23. Leonard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
To the middle. Here's Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Outside, George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. KD with the bucket.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
And George, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
A shot by Johnson, no good. The Clippers are gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Really getting it done. George, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
40 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Shamet lays it up off the glass.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
The shot by George, wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Johnson outside. Back to Shamet. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get a shot off here. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Pass to George. Pulls up from the corner. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So the Clippers win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
this entire series, but it came down to the wire. I know you were sweating out there. What was it that you did that got you over the hump in game 2 to tie up this thing 1-1?
Right, game 2 I would say was the most.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. And hello again, everyone. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Nets, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant. Then there's Harris, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Stolen by Durant. Outside Jordan. On the wing, Irving. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule, Steve, being tinkered with, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
Kevin, I don't think so. When everything gets back to normal, I think we'll be at 82 games and start, like we usually do in October, September for games. I just think the NBA has done a fantastic job of being able to adapt to this situation.
And here is LeBron, following the 3 from Kevin Durant.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defense.
Oh my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable. Putting a little creativity into it. Durant usually making it look easy, but not here.
To halt the run, Gasol. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Irving from outside the arc. Rebound the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. KD against Morris. Gasol with the steal. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Harden surveying the D. Outside Jordan. Caldwell Pope against Irving. And he makes good on the layup.
Wow, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the league. Kyrie on a tear.
And here's James outside. Knocks down the three ball. James has got 7 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Durant the pass to Harden. Back to KD. Clock at 6. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
KD is on a different level, going over, around, or straight through the defense now.
James in the post, guarded by Harris, and that one's good by LeBron.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
From the high post, again the Nets for 2.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Irving with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Jordan dishes to Irving. No good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 22-point game against Boston.
And he really controlled the pace of the game by getting to the line. The D could not slow him down, and he took advantage of it.
Irving finds Jordan. Back to Irving from downtown. And James pulls it down.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
To the paint, it's tipped. Here's Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving with a clean look. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Then Gasol with the dunk.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
There's the pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. Passes to Shamet. Down low. Brown feeling it out a bit. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. And Harrell slams it in.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
Brown right side. Harrell down low. Griffin's there. Harrell, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden outside. Outside Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Back to Harden. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
No one near him. Connects, the jumper drops.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso, guarded by Harden. Loads it up there for Harrell. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, he is continuing to evolve. Harrell reading that situation perfectly, making himself an asset as a scorer.
Out to the right wing. And here's Griffin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Luwawu. In the corner, Harden. That one off the back iron and out.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Schroeder's checked in. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Nets trail by 7. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Griffin. And here's Harden for 3. Harden missing again. Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Schroeder with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. 1:44 left in the first half. And the Lakers with another miss. Harrell the pass to Kuzma. Goes back up. Nice move. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a moment now to see some numbers for James Harden. Right around 25 points per, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. Landry Shamet's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. They get it back. Out to Morris. Beyond the arc. That shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Outside Irving. Up top, Durant. Guarded by Kuzma. And finished off by KD.
This just in. Kevin Durant is good. How easy does offense come to him?
Schroeder outside. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. KD against Kuzma. Now here's Durant. He's got 9. And then Durant with the jam.
Wow, the skills at his size. Durant makes a number of moves every game that just leaves you shaking your head.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Harrell the pass to Morris. KD comes with the double team. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Former NBA scoring champion KD likes the looks he's seeing tonight, applying constant pressure on the offensive end.
Loads it up there for Harrell. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Lakers lead by 5.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, and of course, the duo of Anthony. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. Morris dishes to Gasol. Morris looking over the floor. Here's James. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Coming off the pick, LeBron, great composure. Knows what he wants, and that's to score.
You got it. Come on.
Out to Harris. Back to Harden. It's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. The pass to Schroeder. Jordan against Gasol. Passes it to Schroeder. Gasol trying to free himself up. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Morris. Schroeder's got his first basket.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Irving. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Morris finds Gasol. Here's Schroeder. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Outside Gasol. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gasol's got 7 points.
I mean, for a guy who shot almost no three-pointers over the first 8 years of his career, Gasol looks very comfortable out there.
Here's Durant looking to end the run, and it's good on the way in. He's got 15.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
LeBron James on the wing, guarded by Harris. The drive by James. Gasol passes to LeBron. Caldwell Pope against Irving, and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. No good from Durant. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Schroeder with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. The offensive rebound. Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. And that one is stuffed right through.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with the statement finish.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Harden. The three. Another shot out to Harris. The dish now to Durant. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, as good as Durant is on the perimeter, this is where he hits for an absolutely insane percentage.
LeBron passes to Gasol. Morris against Durant. A three ball. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Irving. That one wide left.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Hero. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want.
And so it's Los Angeles riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Down out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Green. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, that's the one thing. Hustle. Blake just outworking everyone to the ball.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. Outside for Gasol. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Caruso. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Brown missing.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Griffin against Kuzma. Outside for Gasol. Here's Horton Tucker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
James Harden, he's checked in for Luwawu. That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And that one's good, Caruso. And the Lakers lead by 17.
playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Tries it from 19, and he can't bank that one in. Lakers leading by 17. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here, and it's good for 2.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Pass to Caruso. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. LeBron's checked in for Los Angeles. Nets trail by 17. Harden kicks to Green. Back to Harden. That one drops for him.
And an offensive master at work. Harden has figured out every way to take advantage of a defense.
Harris outside. Harden outside. Count that bucket.
They saw what the defense was willing to give up, and they seized that opportunity.
Los Angeles leading by 13. James looking it over. Now the pass to Harrell. Back to James. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
I'll tell you, trying to guard LeBron, it's easy to get frustrated, and it's been that way all night.
Harden outside. Harris dishes to Harden. Last year, oh, the power on that throwdown.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Kuzma, right side. Pass to Caruso. They get it again. Out to the wing. Pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was from Montrezl Harrell.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Harrell finds James, Caruso, and it's off from three-point range. On the wing, Harden. Pass to Griffin. Left side, Harris. No good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into a thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
wear on some people.
Now you're of course the global champion, and now you're a My Team Unlimited $250,000 tournament champion. Which one was more nerve-wracking, and what does this mean for your competitive legacy?
I think nerve-wracking.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're up a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, who's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center position. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Greg, the two words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points.
And the mid-range game of Harden, excellent. An offensive genius, really. I mean, knows exactly where to get the looks that he wants.
Now here is Holiday. 11-point game his last outing.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Jordan following the basket by Chris Middleton.
Hey, I don't think you can underestimate Jordan's effectiveness off the drive. I mean, he's got really good mobility, underrated mobility for a big guy.
Now here is Holiday. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Harden. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. High post shot. Offensive rebound.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Harris on the double team. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Middleton's got 7 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Harden scanning the floor. At the tip, Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's DiVincenzo. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Kyrie Irving.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Middleton outside. Harden with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Boston.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irvin has the ability to scorch you from there.
Lopez outside. Holiday the pass to DiVincenzo, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And then for Milwaukee, Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Brown the pass to Irving. Green inside the three-point line. The kick out to Irving. Nets passing it around. 6 to shoot. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Irving's got 5.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
We've got Green. Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Luwawu in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
I like the setup there. Green with a really rock-solid pick.
Here is Forbes. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York. Portis, he kicks it to Forbes. Right wing. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 4. Luwawu, the pass to Brown. Outside, Green. The kick out to Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Forbes. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. Nets shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Green kicks to Griffin. Here's Luwawu. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The putback, and Griffin stays with it.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Forbes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Brown inside, feeds to Griffin. Pass to Shamet. Here's Luwawu. Fires the 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's Forbes. No good from outside. Brooklyn leading by 5. Green passes to Griffin. Here's Shamet. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Craig kicks to Forbes. 3-pointer Augustine. Offensive rebound. From the arc.
2 minutes.
Goes up again. And it's Griffin with the rebound. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Knicks.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. That's an easy, we call those bunnies. That's what they need.
Here's Shamet. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Boston. Right side, Griffin. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And James Harden subbed in for Brown.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Bucks trail. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Craig and the powerful one-handed slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And he gets the bucket.
Harden is known for his creativity. Can't lose him in the screen and roll, or he'll take you to school.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. Here's Craig, and Jordan sends it back.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Clock at 2. DiVincenzo. No good from the wing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. And good that time. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And that's it for the first half of that. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Well, a lot of redemption stories for the Stars on Brooklyn. They all came here with something to be. And that should...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot.
DeAndre Jordan knows a big part of his job is to gobble up rebounds. That time, an angry putback from Jordan.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And Jordan sends it back. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Middleton, open and close, and nails it. Middleton's got 9.
Boy, that was a nice leak out by Middleton. Took advantage of his quickness there.
To the paint, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Over Harden. That misses off the backboard. Nets leading by 3.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Middleton the pass to Holiday. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good D by Irving.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Kick out to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Harden dishes to KD. Middleton against Harden. Count that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Giannis passes to Lopez. And stolen by Harris. Jordan at the elbow. Harden against Holiday. Puts it up from 12, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
I don't know too many guys who have the skill and attacking mentality that Harden does. I mean, he's only got one thing on his mind, and that's scoring the basketball.
Here's Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holiday's got his first points in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Tipped away. Outside Irving. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Now here's Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Over Harden. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Nice attention to detail on defense. Harden showing he wants to improve on this end of the court.
Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Stop. Let's play out of motion. Let's run them. Let's play at our pace.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2 spot.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Irving drives in. In the corner, Harden. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Giannis kicks to Portis. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Brown against Middleton. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving drives in, lays it up and banks it in.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Bucks trail by 7. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Portis trying to free himself, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Harden outside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Here's Middleton. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. That one, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Inside. And Giannis throws it down.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
To the inside. And stolen by Portis. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Connaughton passes to Middleton. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Man, it's always fun watching Harden get going. I mean, he can spray you from outside or slay you from inside. And it's usually pick your poison.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton against Harden. 6 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The athleticism of Middleton puts defenders in a rough spot. I mean, sometimes you just have to whack him and hope he misses the shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Bruce Brown. Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Offline with the baseline jumper. Nets leading by 5. Irving passes to Harris. Connects from 3-point range. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Middleton against Harris. And it's Middleton penetrating. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. Ring shot on the way. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Patience is a virtue. And Chris Middleton, virtuous.
Harden against Holiday. From 12 feet out. Good as the jump shot falls. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. To the middle. Lopez, no luck.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Bucket is good. And now a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Middleton. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. A second chance effort. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Harden against Giannis. And that one, good.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
Right here, but what was your favorite moment being there?
Man, I look forward to All-Star Weekend every single year, but my favorite event.
And don't let the high fashion fool you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting five. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the three. And looking at the Nets, Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the small forward. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
Harden, no good. Here's the Clippers. Leonard kicks to Beverly. George with no one around. The three-pointer, no good. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Golden State.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Yeah, and going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
They get the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving finds Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
There's the triple. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Stolen by Durant. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Kicks it out to Leonard. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Ibaka, the pass to George. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Batum. Averaging 9 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Williams after the miss from KD. Williams passes to Zubac, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for George. Harden has a wide open look, and again, no good by Brooklyn.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Out to Morris. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris. A guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Now here's Green. An 11-point game for him in the win against Boston. Harden against Williams. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Williams, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Harden. Harden missing again.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Harden against Morris. Here's Zubac. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Morris kicks to Williams. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
The Nets working the ball around now. Griffin finds Harden. And yes, it's good.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
And there it is for him.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Harden. Off target from the baseline.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Knocked loose. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front. They lead by 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York. You're watching. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Irving. And it's Griffin in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harris dishes to Griffin. Out to Harris. 2 on the clock. They grab their own miss, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and that kind of activity helps Griffin to do so much more in this game. He's been tireless.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And The irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Jordan high post and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game, and he can't hit the second.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Here's KD, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Here's George. Shamet with the steal. KD against Batum. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got his second basket of the game.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Here's George, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line, and he makes the first. Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles, and both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
The pass to Irving, back to KD. Over Batum, and that one off the back of the rim and in. KD's got 6 points.
That's where Durant is making a living right now, a sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
Williams passes to Leonard. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Williams against Irving. 13 feet away. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 4.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Irving against Williams. Passes it to KD. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes.
Here's Irving. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Durant kicks to Harris. To the paint. Right side, Jordan. Inside. Clock at 4. KD finds Irving. Offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Man, how many times do we see DJ just devastate teams with dunks like that?
Over in the corner, Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Los Angeles, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And the technical free throw is good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. To the inside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Los Angeles, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The drive by Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden surveying the D. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pass to Morris. Now here's Beverly, guarded by Harden. Back to Beverly. He gets it up. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the 2K Sport. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Batum against Durant. The kick out to Irving. Over George. Second chance shot. Jordan the pass to KD. And he gets it to go.
Well, coming off the pick and roll with that length, KD makes so many good decisions.
George looking over the floor. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Stolen by George. Beverly against Harden. And that one's good. Beverly's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
Harden finds Irving. Back to Harden. And here is Harris. Left side, KD. Pass to Beverly. Here's George. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Here's Jordan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Leonard. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Nets passing it around. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. High post try. That one a little long. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Leonard. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just remarkable what he's able to do. Leonard, with a guy draped all over him, still able to convert.
Harden the pass to Shamet. Back to Harden. KD on the wing. Leonard with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Shoots from the elbow, but they get it back. Reverses. Zubats, that's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Durant down low. Working on Zubats. Good on that shot. With that, the Los Angeles lead is cut back down again to 6 with the basket from Durant. Here's Williams. Dishes to Ibaka. And stolen by Jordan. Excellent D there from George.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Stolen by Harden. And Durant, here we go. And finished off by KD.
I mean, what a talent this guy is. Durant has the ability to score from anywhere and now picking his spots.
And it's George missing. Nets trail by 4. Shamet kicks to Durant. Harden outside. And the shot goes in.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Williams passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The pass to Harris. Back to Harden. It's Durant on the wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Williams attacking and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Jackson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Green is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Luwawu. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Like how Griffin was giving up his body there. He'll do whatever it takes to get to the winner's circle, including setting tough screens.
George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. The Clippers trail. Down low. And that one's good. Beverly.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And he comes up with the deuce.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
George dishes to Batum. Back to George. Good on the triple. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Irving against Beverly. Irving surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Harden. Another miss by Harden.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second. After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Irving kicks to Brown. Harden against Morris. Harden the pass to Green. Back to Harden. Pulls it up. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 3. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And the wide open shot from Morris. The Clippers keep it alive. And George here. Oh, wow!
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Brown. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Leonard in for Marcus Morris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harris outside. Now, here is Irving. Can they get it? Tries again. Jordan. It's good on the putback.
DeAndre Jordan has seen these moments before. Not usually the guy called upon, but, man, delivering in a big spot.
Irving against George. There's the feed to Batum. Back to George. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Irving from long range. Again, Irving missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
And not sure they've got enough time to save himself.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
And Durant gets it to go.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Batum. And it's George finishing it off.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
The kick out to Irving. Looking to get it going. It falls!
Well, Kyrie's resume in these kind of moments is full.
Passes to Harris. In the corner, Irving with it. His three-pointers off the mark. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry,